the Nonprofit Podcast, powered by Donorbox. This year, fundraising feels different because it is. Collectively, nonprofits are climbing a steeper hill in 2025 than many of us have ever faced. Across the nonprofit sector, no matter which community we serve, we're all feeling what I call the triple squeeze. Government funding is being cut or frozen, individual giving is down, and donors are giving to fewer causes. Meanwhile, demand for services is rising fast. That's a lot. And I know it's tempting to just focus on survival, to chase the next campaign, the next donor, the next quick win. But today, I want to offer a smarter way forward, one that doesn't rely on luck, a viral moment, or a last minute panic. Because there's one strategy that works across all sectors, all budgets, and all donor bases, and it's right at your fingertips: donor retention. And this quiet window, this summer pause when inboxes are a little slower and calendars are a little clearer, is the perfect time to lean in. So today we're keeping it practical. You'll walk away with clear steps, a simple timeline, and a few no fluff reminders that you can start using right away. Welcome to the Nonprofit Podcast. I'm Jena, Education and Community Engagement Manager at Donorbox. We are here each week with practical actions you can use today to increase donations and take your nonprofit to the next level tomorrow. This is your summer strategy, a few intentional moves to lighten the year-end load and help you finish 2025 stronger, more stable, and better supported. So let's get into it. We need to be honest about the context that we are working in this year. In 2025, the nonprofit sector has been hit pretty hard. Changes in federal priorities, shifts in public funding, and tighter oversight have created a landscape that feels less predictable and, for many, less supportive. At the same time, traditional fundraising channels are under strain. Donors are more selective. Corporate giving is cautious. And the needs in our communities, they are growing every single day. That is a lot, you guys, to navigate, especially when so many organizations are already stretched thin. So, what can you do right now that will make a real difference? The answer is deepening the relationships that you have already built. Let's back this up with a few key numbers. According to Giving USA, charitable giving dropped by 3.4% last year. And when you adjust for inflation, that's actually a 10.5% decrease. Some sectors were hit even harder. Human services saw an 8% drop. Environmental and animal causes declined by 9%. And education giving fell by more than 10%. Even more concerning, people are giving to fewer organizations. Where a donor might have supported 3 to 5 nonprofits a few years ago, they now just give to 2, maybe 3. And that means you're not just hoping for a repeat gift, but fighting to stay in their top 2. And here's a wake-up call. Most nonprofits lose up to 80% of their first-time donors. That is a wild stat. And this is encouraging. Research shows that a 10% increase in donor retention can yield up to 200% more in lifetime value. Let me repeat that. Research shows that a 10% increase in donor retention can yield up to 200% more in donor lifetime value. So if you're wondering where to focus your limited time and energy this summer, focus on retention. It's not just smart. This is survival. Here's the thing. The summer vacation window, late June through mid-August, is quiet for a reason. Donors are traveling. Kids are out of school. Fundraising campaigns are paused. But it's exactly that pause that gives you a chance to focus on stewardship. At Donorbox, we talk a lot about the 5 A's of awesome fundraising. Attract new supporters to your organization, then ask them to come alongside you by giving, then promptly acknowledge gifts of any size, then account for the donations that have been entrusted to you, then do it again and again and again. Today, we're going to focus on two of these. That's acknowledge. So you're going to say thank you promptly and personally, and account, showing donors the results of their giving. These simple actions build trust. And I do mean that they are so simple. And trust is what leads to the second gift and the third, and then long term commitment that you can count on. So let's talk strategy. What should you actually do right now? Start by considering and recognizing everything we've talked about: the quiet of summer, the opportunity to go deeper with your existing supporters, the stewarding steps each donor type needs, and put it into a clear month by month rhythm. Because the truth is, when it comes to retention, timing matters just as much as the tactics. So here's what I recommend as a summer roadmap. This is a 3-month plan that uses the slower season to build real momentum for the fall, which is giving you a great run into the giving season. This is awesome preparation. June is your foundation month. So this is where we start. Step 1, segment your donor list. This helps you talk to your donors like real people, not like line items. Break it down into summer donors, so the donors who have given recently; lapsed donors, if it's been 12 months without giving; first-time donors, with that gift made within the last 6 to 9 months; recurring donors, the keystone of any sustainable revenue strategy, right? Your monthly givers. And if you're using a CRM, this is super easy. You can use the drop-down filters to pull smart segments and even automate follow-ups. And if not, you can export your donor data into a spreadsheet. A CSV file works great. And then sort by gift date, frequency, and amount. Then all you need to do is add a note or tag each group with simple labels like monthly supporters or first time in 2025 or Q1 givers, right? And once you've done all of that, the next thing you need to do is audit your acknowledgments. Take a look. Are your receipts warm and personal? Are you thanking your donors within 24 to 48 hours after they've made a gift? Are your recurring donors being seen and not just processed? This foundational work sets you up to speak to each segment with relevance and care in the months ahead. So make it a goal to segment your full donor list into these categories that I talked about before: summer donors, Q1, lapse, first time, whatever makes sense for your organization. Try to wrap this up mid-June. Now that your segments are clear and your systems are tuned up, July is the month to reconnect, right? You now know who your donors are, so you can reconnect with them. So this is what I'm calling your gratitude blitz. It does not need to be fancy. A short thank you email, a personal note to your monthly donors, a "we miss you" message to your lapsed supporters. Use the quiet to make your donors feel seen. And then after that, prep your fall communication. Draft a simple 3-part September email series tailored to your specific segments. So maybe something like, "Look at what you made possible this summer," or "Here's what's next. We'd love to have you with us," or "Help us finish the year strong." These can be simple, heartfelt, and pre-scheduled so that you are not scrambling in September. Moving right along to August, this is all about closing the summer loop and pointing donors forward. So start by sharing a mini impact report. One great photo, one short story, one measurable result. Do not overthink it. Just close the loop with meaning. Then make a monthly giving invitation, especially for your summer and first time donors. Frame it around ongoing support and long term impact. Recurring donors are becoming invaluable to long term sustainability. So let all of your supporters know their value to your mission delivery and invite them to take the next step. And okay, if nothing else, commit to 2 donor touch points per month through November. That means a thank you, a short update, right? A behind the scenes moment, a donor shout out. This rhythm builds connection and trust one moment at a time. The real work of retention isn't complicated, but it is intentional. And when you spread it out over the summer, it becomes doable, even meaningful. You don't need a massive campaign this summer. You just need a plan and the follow through to show up with consistency, exactly like you were asking your recurring donors to. Let me share a super quick story. A few years back, I was working at this small nonprofit, and we received a $200 gift from someone pretty well known in our community. So, for a little org like ours, that was a big deal because we knew of this person, right? They were so notable, but we didn't just process the gift and move on. We immediately sent a really thoughtful thank you email. And then later on, we followed up with a phone call. We added them to our monthly newsletter. And then a little later after that, we sent a short email update about the impact their gift was making, right? Nothing fancy, just intentional and personal, right? Thank you for this gift. This accomplished this tangible impact. We shared that with them. And the cool part is, a few months later, that donor became a recurring supporter, giving nearly $1,000 every quarter. And let me tell you, that made a huge difference for our planning of our programming, right? This was not about the dollar amount at the start, right? It was about the care that we put into that connection that we really wanted to nurture, and it made all of the difference. So here's your takeaway for today. 4 words, because we all love alliteration: segment, steward, share, show up. Segment your list, steward your donors, share your impact, and show up again and again. The summer quiet won't last forever. By late August, people are back in planning mode, inboxes are noisy, and Giving Tuesday prep is already in full motion. So this moment, it matters. Use it. Retention doesn't happen in the ask, it happens in the in-between. And even if it feels more like the upside down in this moment, start now, start simple, and keep showing your supporters why they matter. A thank you today could be your next major gift tomorrow. Before we wrap up, a quick heads up. The Nonprofit Podcast will be taking a little summer break right alongside you. Over the next few weeks, we'll be sharing some of our most loved episodes to keep you inspired while we all recharge a little. And then we'll be back with fresh content starting June 26th, packed with new insights and strategies and thought leaders to set us all up for a strong second half of the year. Enjoy our greatest hits while we're gone, and thank you, as always, for all that you do to make the world a better place. And thank you for joining us on the Nonprofit Podcast. I hope you've left with the confidence to take a small step today that will make a big difference tomorrow. Be sure to click the download button on your podcast player, then leave the Nonprofit Podcast a review, or give it a thumbs up if you're listening to the Nonprofit Podcast on YouTube. Your review is a great way to help others find us. You're here to help others. We're here to help you. Until next time, stay inspired.
That warm feeling when you help someone, it's not just happiness, it's fulfillment. And we believe it should be available to everyone, from frontline heroes to first-time fundraisers. Our tools empower you to help others. This is our mission. This is Donorbox, helping you help others.